Hi, welcome back to the channel, TrainStation 2. Alright, preparing for the Train Tycoon mini event. Make sure your factory is filled to the brim, jobs ready, not to be collected, as well as those building requests for population increase also on standby. So this is the tail end of the event. Make sure you have completed all the jobs for that automobile event, and hence collect all the rewards that you need. After that, the balance will be converted to the metal keys. For me, I'm changing back to all the gold parts, as many as I could. And of course, the balance I tried to get some rare parts and metal keys as well. So this is the tail end of the event already. I'm now preparing for the next mini event. And just to share, I mean, preparation for the mini event, if you're first time playing the Train Tycoon, probably I suggest you have delivered all the items that you could from your factory, so you make sure you have your factories all filled to the brim, input and output tray, as well as make sure your capacity of your trains, even if you could upgrade them, don't upgrade first. Wait for the demand for it, i.e. your jobs from the Train Tycoon. There are various, maybe just explain a few. But before that, this is the all I could do for this event. I've claimed all the trains, special building, and now parts. Alright, so now, like I said, in the Train Tycoon mini event, there are a few jobs you can done. First, collect items from the factories. That's why I asked you to fill up your factories to the brim. Then, of course, there are jobs whereby I ask you to basically deliver items using a specific type of trains. So that's the reason why you should have a large variety of trains, train types and engine types. There are also jobs for you to so-called upgrade buildings. So if you have any upgrade buildings, don't do that now. Likewise for train upgrades, if you could hold them back. Alright, I'm afraid I did one mistake just now. I went to upgrade my train. I should have held it back. Of course, I'll find opportunity to do that later on. Then building upgrades I mentioned already, you should hold it back as well. And please complete all the jobs on hand. But hold it back for collecting for the completed jobs. So generally this is how I prepare for the mini event. Of course, sometimes you met with really aggressive players, then you have a hard time chasing. So be it. End of the day, the reward from the mini event is normally not very exciting. It's normally gold parts or sometimes epic parts. Very rarely there'll be rare parts, alright, and common parts I've not seen. Then of course there are other like the container, gold. So these are just very common kind of items that they give. You get certain ranking. But like I said, getting first, second or third or other rankings has a contribution towards your headquarter points. So if you wish to get more headquarter points, be sure to make use of this mini event. Not really a lot of people will participate, so that's also a good chance for you to get your top 5, and hence especially top 3 you will be able to contribute even more the headquarter points. So this is an opportunity for you to do so. If you're afraid that you may be crossing region, for example, now you could be example at 397 or 39 plus, then probably I suggest you do not play the mini events, because once you cross to a new region at the start of a major event is always the disadvantage. That's what I experienced previously in this the last automobile event. So what I did was I got first for 3 times, first and second, third competition. And then I cross the region, and then after that getting 5th is so difficult. Right, so now I'm starting to build up my capacity of my trains in Netherlands. Train types I'm quite good in where got a large fleet size already, but a lot of duplicates, but capacity is really low, especially those commons of 4 is really very daunting. So try my best now to, if possible, make use of the keys, 100 keys to so-called get new container, hoping for the remaining 3 legendaries. At the same time, take the opportunity to upgrade those common, because sometimes they just request you to upgrade 1 train or 2 trains. but they didn't specify the type of trains that you should upgrade. So quite good range of trains that I could upgrade right now, trying to hold back them. Meanwhile, just go bear in mind, you could do this because the request is just to get an item. Alternatively, if you wish to construct also or make other things, then you can like make glue, so you can do plywood. That's up to you. Or you can do plastics, so they can do plastic chairs likewise. So do remember to collect your gold likewise. It's really important. Gold is really very rare commodity, so that you really got to use them to upgrade your trains and warehouse when possible. Warehouse, the criteria is population, and the only way to increase population is the 5 building technique, which I lay out 5 buildings, and then constantly we have 4 building upgrade requests, and once you have that items, try to eliminate those that requires a lot of blue maps, because blue maps are really rare. Once you're done with that, then you have the building upgraded, and of course they give you about +6 population if you're lucky. If not, it'll be like, let's say, +3 or +4. That adds up, and then once you hit that requirement of the warehouse, then you're able to so-called get that warehouse increase. Alright, so I'm trying my best to get more meta keys in preparation for the event Mini Tycoon as well. Many times they'll ask for 100 keys to be spent or 200 keys to be spent, so I'm trying to do that as well. Meanwhile, try to fill your factories to the brim. You can see here what I'm trying to do is really try to fill it up so that when they ask for items, you already have it at an instance. And not to forget, every 4-hourly collection of goals are really important. So that's generally how it works. And after the Train Tycoon, you should be followed up by something called the Delivery Challenge. Delivery Challenge is basically able to deliver items that they requested. Again, the only way to prepare that is really to have the factories filled to the brim, because in that delivery challenge, they will not ask you to do like train upgrades or this completed jobs or whatnot. So it's purely just delivery. They will comes with 2 jobs, one that gives 2 stems and one that gives 7 stems. So always concentrate on the 7 stems, and that will do that magic to climb that ranking. As for this, it's really whether you want to play or not, it's up to you, but this is really not really important. Just probably just for fun of it. Do not tire yourself out for this mini event, because a long way awaits you when a major event comes about. And once I hear much about the major events, I will try to let you know. So the trains I'm looking for is really the 3 legendaries. Is something like I really like to complete the train collection. So far in region 7, we still got 3 more legendaries to go. Hopefully one day we'll be able to collect them. Otherwise, we're going to wait for something called the Seaport event. The Seaport event happens like twice a year, that they will ask you to participate by doing jobs of 2 customers. One will be the sailors, and then eventually the other one gives to some trains. So it's 1 boat and 1 train job that you have in return some seaport tokens, and then eventually you can use them to buy containers of your choice. You basically it's previous regions containers. So already completed region 1. I'm still lacking, I think, 1 train in region 2. Region 3 I'm thinking I've completed as well. Region 4 I can't recall, I think it's just 1. Then so on and so forth. Some of the region you're missing 1 or 2, just like me. Sometimes you really wish you could complete that collection. I mean, generally it's not for really usage, because you can't use those for your competition. Normally competition is only the current and the previous region, but it's just a matter of a collector's or a hobby collection. So that's the reason why we love Seaport event. That's one. And then of course sometimes there are certain recycle events, and if you played 1 year of TrainStation 2, probably you have already played some of the recycle or the events that they would play again, but just package it slightly different. Generally, all events are almost the same, but it's just that the interface is slightly different in terms of design and whatnot. So it is all about getting trains and parts and coins. All right, hope you good luck in this mini event. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.